things up this week. Thursday practice. I really feel like our guys are getting a grasp of being prepared for what they do. I think it's been a different week because they pressure so much. I really think they do a good job. I like what they do on defense, and we've had a lot of work this week in getting our guys ready. Feel good about it. The key thing that we've emphasized is turnover ratio in this game. Is that we've got to win the turnover battle, and we've got to win special teams. So that's been the focus today. Thought we had a good day and ready to get on the plane and head up there tomorrow. Questions?
When you see a game like the Rutgers-Syracuse game, you guys obviously have looked at, is it good defense or not so good offense?
I think Rutgers played a really good defense. I think their kids play as hard as any team we played this year. I think they really play hard. They attack the football. Guys stripping the ball out. Guys will have an 8-10 yard gain. It winds up being a turnover because guys are being ball conscious. So I thought they played really well, played extremely hard. Their special teams was equally impressive, and they got a big-time wideout in Sanu that's he's definitely a challenge, no question about it. So I think they're a really good football team. They're 4-1, and you want to win the Big East, you got to go on the road and you got to win. And we talked to our kids about that, and we talked about the focus that's going to take, and we've got to start fast to do that.
Based on the numbers, running the ball against North Carolina, the two D1 teams that they played, North Carolina and then last week against Syracuse, Rutgers doesn't have very good rushing numbers. What do you see with their running game?
Well, I think it's more about what our focus is. I think we've steadily gotten better and better each week defensively, and we've got to focus on our fundamentals, our techniques, and getting up and playing. And we've gotten better and better and better. And so, the key for us is to play well, and it starts with stopping the run. I feel good about our guys doing that. We just got to make sure that you don't. I don't really look at a lot of the number stuff like that. I really look at us and us getting better every week, and that's going to be the key for us. Shut down the run, no cheap ones is going to be the key. You're going to see a flea flicker. You're probably going to see a reverse pass. Worked hard preparing our guys for that. You can't just give up a cheap one. I think is the big thing. I got a lot of confidence in our guys that we're a team that does a pretty good job stopping the run. So that's going to be our focus.
Coach, you guys did a really good job taking Michael Floyd out of the game. When you look at Sanu, he's got 40 catches. No one else on the team has more than 10. Is there a temptation there to sort of take the same approach with him, try to take him out and see?
It's a different system. It was a little. And I'll be honest with you, we did. Our guys really did a great job in the Notre Dame game, being able to do some things to take him out. But their formations and how they move him around makes it a little bit more difficult to do that. He's going to have catches. He's a heck of a player. You just got to control him. Not give up any cheap ones.
Past couple of weeks, Brandon Eiffel seems to be on the field more and more the last. What have you seen?
Winner. One of the reasons why he's on the field is every day in meetings I'm mentioning, because the type of person he is. Our blueprint for winning is down in the locker room. It's the pit way down there, and he exemplifies everything on that board. So we keep finding things for him to do in the nickel package and in our long yardage package, which we call our dime. So he's a winner. He's a good football player. He's done a great job for us.
Is he at the point where the last couple of weeks you played some spread teams? Is he at the point where he can even figure in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He winds up. That's what he plays against. Is in those situations against no tight end sets and stuff like that. We utilize him as a nickel linebacker, or nickel DB.
I'm not sure if you talked about this earlier in the week, but Cam coming off probably his best game.
Really proud of him.
Was that a situation of he being what they gave you, or was he just doing a better job getting open?
I think he's improved tremendously. I think he has really worked hard to improve his game, and I think he had a good game. But it has a little bit to do with we actually took what the defense gave us, and we were able to get the ball to him and have him. He did some good things with the football.
I think he caught every pass thrown to him. He had a couple on third down. People talk about him, catch the ball and run after the catch, but he's a pretty good receiver too.
Yeah, right? That's what I think he's improved most on. In the spring, I think a lot of these guys hadn't had as many balls thrown to them, so they dropped a lot. A lot for what our standards are, and he's been sure-handed, and that's something. 90% of catching the ball is concentration, focus, and repetition and training, and so he's really developed himself. It means something to him to be a good player, and he's done a good job of that, as well as him and Ronald have done a good job with the punt return, and he's a guy that we have a great deal of confidence on that as well, and on the kickoff return as well. So I think he's developed himself into being he's getting better every week. He's got to continue to get better. The main thing this week is we're playing a different element in the back end, and that these guys do a great job of stripping the ball. We turned the football over for the first time this season at wide receiver last week with the fumble, with Patton's fumble. We've got to make sure that we're taking care of the football, and we have put the ball on the ground and gotten it back, and we've been fortunate there. So I think that's going to be a big focus for those guys this week, and let's build upon what we did last week. We took a giant step forward last week offensively, and I think it's because we executed our system fundamentally. And not great, just kind of good. Kind of good, you know what I'm saying? And so we need to build upon this week, and I think, I think guys like Cam have bought into that board down there, the pit way, and how we're doing everything we're doing. And I think that's why we see, there's not a guy on our team that I feel like is not getting better. So and that's the key to win a championship, get better every week, and you got to go on the road and win, and you got to do it physically. So I think we really have gotten more physical as a football team.
When teams get aggressive and go for the ball like that, does that maybe lead to maybe some broken tackles, or they do a good job of balancing, securing the guy and going for the ball?
I think they're really well trained on when to go for it. They usually have the tackle secure when they do that, or you'll see a guy going, coming in, the second, third guy coming in that's doing it. So, and they're doing the same things. We're trying to do the same things. I mean, but they're really, you can tell that they're playing with a lot of confidence, and they're playing extremely hard, and that's why they're 4-1, because they're number one in the country in turnover ratio. That is the number one indicator to winning games. You don't get turnovers unless you're playing the game passionately. These guys play with passion, and we're going to have to equal that.
If you could lead the country in any
Turnover ratio,
would that be about the one you pick?
Turnover ratio.
Yeah.
And
Over total offense.
Well, the two things that we emphasize with our guys is number one is being physical, but as far as statistically, the only thing we look at is turnover ratio and scoring offense, scoring defense. That's it. I don't look at total offense and all that stuff. I mean, I got a couple of plaques in there that we won, but whatever. And winning championships with them. We're number one in the country, total offense twice. Runner-up, conference champion to the number one defense in the conference. That's how that works.